We can say, what's up, Hippo lovers? Nearly back in the casting booth. Tempo against Heresy. A very sweet one. A very, very sweet one for us to watch here. 2 pulls. It will be Liereyy and Hera against Miguel and dogao. They pick 5 civilizations for themselves and 5 civilizations for their opponent. Have to pick 1 civilization out of Pool A and 1 civilization out of Pool B. Let's jump on to the action here. We have big trees. Maybe I can change that at some point. And yeah, okay. Sound seems reasonable here. And yeah, predictions. Oh, so many things we haven't done in quite some time, such as writing sign after quarters. We will edit that one. And also we can maybe add some here. This is Team Tempo. This is Team Heresy. And we continue to catch up. Okay, nice. Games are obviously recorded games, and I'm seeing some predictions. 3-1 for Tempo, 3-0 for Tempo, 3-0 for Tempo, 3-1, 3-1. And I think 3-1 feels like a very reasonable result. I will go with the majority here. Liereyy playing in the green trunks. He's playing together with Hera in the blue trunks. Hera picking Burmese, the B pool civilization. Liereyy with Chinese, clearly one of the strongest civilizations in the game, especially on Arabia. On the other side, Indians for dogao, so going for the weaker civilization there. Somehow has to get onto archers here. Maybe CA approach could be an option for him. And his teammate Miguel with one of the strongest Arabia civilization, the Franks. Gonna try playing AoE while watching this. Hopefully the game sounds don't clash. Oi. Sounds like full focus and then some excuses. Like, yeah, I was watching the stream at the same time. That's why I couldn't play. Is this team Hera C? What happens to Hera A and Hera B? Hera C. I will allow it. Which team do you think is stronger in water maps? I think saying on water maps is pretty tricky because I don't really know 2 very comparable water maps that are in map pools. So you're probably asking for Team Islands, right? And I would say that the team play there should probably be better by Heresy. But the raw skill a bit more on the side for Tempo. I will go with a slight edge for Heresy if we get to Team Islands. Small tree mod. Is that included in Capture Age? I think I know what to do. But we will try to do that in between game 1 and 2, and I will try to get some fixes there. Will stream cast all 4 matches? Someone not following my social media? Yes, I will. I think the final match of the day could be GLA against Suomi. Obviously a big treat. And potato waltz here for Mr. dogao. A bit of a bigger waltz by Miguel, walling to the edge of the map here quite a bit. And let me do some features here. Don't we have... Oh no. Well, that doesn't work apparently. Whoopsie. I'll bet that Heresy takes a water map hybrid for 3-1. Okay. Sorry, I don't use social media at all. Says the guy on Twitch. Okay. No worries. Then just scroll down below. And I kind of want to do that. And oh, Drush, stop for now. Barracks actually deleted. So Hera with some problems here. Could you move the 2 pulls logo on the overlay? Where should it be? Should go on the bottom left. Then it would overlap with this one, no? Not over the tech research? Okay, I can see that. Well, then let's go in there. I think that could make sense. Okay, that should be better. Every time I see Neely's Twitter, I make sure to watch my Life is Potato video. Isn't that a great one? I honestly believe I have the funniest and most meme-based Twitter account in all Age of Empires. Yeah, and I honestly think it's not even close. There are some other good ones that shine with quality, but I think I'm the one that shines also with quantity quite nicely. That's a bold claim. Well, who would be better? On Facebook? Obviously not me. But on Twitter? I would say so. And I'm humble too. Yeah, that's what I always forget. How humble I am. And how good looking. Okay, Dra's still around. And we're trying to hear this one. Time for Work for Ice Cream to make a Twitter. He does have one. Do we have... There's like weird sounds, right? We will try to see if the beta version of Tupult is working. Or of Capture Age is working at some point. It had heavy lags this morning. Because this one obviously doesn't have the proper sounds here. At least that's what I feel. Now the engagement here coming in and... Well, that looks like a really reasonable clear up. Miguel is stopping by, maybe trying to find one villager kill. Let's see if Hera can save her. Seems like... Oh, saved! Not an option. Okay, but Scout lost lots and lots of HP here for sure. Oh, nice block as well. And yeah, Hera won't mind this one too much. Meanwhile, Liereyy with some aggression here at the front. Miguel should be able to rewall this one quite nicely though. And as we can see, resources for dogao already basically there to click up to Castle Age. Those are the beautiful lines. Maybe, just maybe, I should have done an introduction to Capture Age video again for people that... didn't really follow team game tournaments with that and want to know what all the beautiful stats are here. Like, what is this one? Value? What's the gold? Value G? The castle count? Yada yada. And you will see quite some idle worker time by Hera already. Quite surprised there to see working pretty smoothly. Liereyy with some downtime now even squeezes in wheelbarrow, something we don't see too often in Feudal Age plays. So humble forgets to mention how he's humble. Yeah. Okay, let me quickly see. Am I scrolling? No, I'm not. Thinking about fixing the sound a bit more. It feels a bit... I don't know. I can't really describe it. Lonely? Silent? There's something missing sound-wise, no? Or is it just the in-game music? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just uncommon for me. Oh, nearly using Capture Age? Ooh, what's so special about that? Sliden had this couple of weeks back. I don't know. Those are the normal trees, yeah, that we used to play with several years. Yeah, no alarm sound, no age-up sounds. Well. Don't scouts make noise? I think when they're riding, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll try the other Capture Age version. Maybe there was a problem that I don't have the proper license or something. Lily, what's the story about how the small tree mod came out? Well, let me tell you stories the Jedi don't want you to know. Guys, who is the person that made the small tree mod publicly accessible? Who spread the knowledge? Who spread that mod throughout the internet? It's right. It's nearly AoE. AKA too near fed at that time. Or, yeah. And yeah, then it was in a German forum, and then it spread over everywhere. And in the past, it was just really, really tricky to go for those woodlines, right? That's why you always want to spawn in the top, because then you could build a lumber camp, micro your villagers, and have it away from your opponent. Because if you were at the bottom, like microing those villagers is virtually impossible. Kerbal, welcome, welcome. Who made it is another question. Yeah, that's something I don't even know. Have you been to the Masters Forum in early days? Yeah, obviously. Like, I've won multiple Master titles, have multiple thousands posts there. Okay, chasing those down. Good job here. Liereyy caught a bit out of position. And does a reasonable job of losing all his army. Now 2 extra TCs, military count, 5 archers against 14. Knight counts non-existent. Miguel a bit late on the castle age timing though. Miguel so far behind, yeah, but well, it's not like he will struggle too much with getting those knight numbers up. Gold in the back there, Hera with the 3rd TC, that looks solid. But Liereyy will be in some problems. Good start here for the Brazilians. Crossbow for the defense. How are we playing this one? I think the crossbows alone won't do too much for dogao. Will take too much time to really get the damage done onto the walls. Also, it spread the damage a bit here. As you can see, 118 and 146 HP. Scouts getting to low HP, and Liereyy doing a good job of buying time for himself. I think just sending over some knights could be enough, but oh, look at that. Has to send the crossbow over to the right-hand side, deal with that group. Can't really help out Mr. Liereyy, who right now is sitting at 39 villagers. And you can see, still small advantage there on the heresy side, especially if you consider that they're playing against Chinese here. Double archer range production continues. Ballistics relatively early from our Indian player. Double archer range here at home. And that looks like overchops are going to happen pretty soon. Tempo vs GL final. How likely do you think this is? Next question. Is WWP the favorite for the whole tournament? I would say no. I think they're the 3rd favorite. Yeah, something like that, I would say. The other day, I watched Song stream. He got some crazy mods. His trees were small green cubes. You have never seen that before? Okay. Yeah, it's very, very common. And has been around for multiple years now. We call it cube mod. If you want to see it used by the Finnish players, maybe rewatch some NAC games. Oh, those knights falling like flies. Interesting. Having +2 and having bloodlines. Crossbows apparently on the hill, doing quite some damage. Crossbows at the left-hand side getting intercepted here. The dance is starting. Military numbers are looking better. Army value 2.9k for heresy against 2.4k of tempo. Chasing this one down. More crossbows are coming over. Knight numbers simply not there for Hera. Oi, oi, oi. Crossbows are microing back. Knights, are they just trading this one off? Feels like it. Now the question is, dogao, is he staying on the knight attack, or is he trying to focus down the crossbows? I just watched GM streams. I don't know what GM is. Okay. Dogao's crossbow micro is underrated. Okay. Good micro by Liereyy, but still some losses. Let's take a look at that one. Trying to chase down. Libero timing now for Mr. Hera. Thumping now kicking in for dogao. He's sitting at 30 crossbows. Out of those, we have 15 at the front. Liereyy with 15 to defend. So big army could be coming over here. Maybe find some kills against Hera. Exposed villagers there. If he is a bit distracted with all those engagements, which isn't too unlikely. Farms have to be evacuated here. 3 farmers going, or at least 4 of idle farms. Market now. Quite surprising there. And did we get ballistics yet? We do have ballistics. Okay. Now getting pushed back. I'm a bit surprised by that. Trying to regroup. Crossbows here. Defensive siege workshop by Hera. Oi, this has to be a long game for Tempo if they want, or Tempo if they want to take the W here. But at the same time, the longer the game goes, the better it should be for the Frank player, but also the worse it is for the Indian player, who then has to make a tech switch happen at some point. And indeed, that's what he is doing now. Queues up the militia. Tech switch is coming up. Oh no, is that still a militia somewhere? Okay. Still somewhere. And nice quick walls. Palisade wall a bit at the wrong spot. Wanted to wall the mangle in. That did not happen. Crossbow numbers. Oh, on the solid side for sure. Population virtually identical. Getting some more hits against the knights out. That's still militia from the early drush. I thought it was in the new production. I thought that is production, no? 1? I'm a bit surprised. Seems to be a bug. Maybe something that is cancelled from earlier. Now chasing those down. 15 knights against 16 knights. Crossbow numbers better for dogao though. Fights this one down quite nicely. Finds another crossbow. And this one looks like a pretty solid. Let's take a look at KDs maybe. Can we get a look at KDs? I don't even know. In this one. 34. And Liereyy has 29 kills. 42 losses for him. Oh boy, KD's just so much better for dogao right here, right now. Obviously the Knight player is not the great one. And now the Knight Dance is starting, trying to soak up some damage, trying to dodge the arrows. Who is doing a better job? Hera just saying this is absolutely ridiculous on Twitter yesterday. And that this should not be part of the game. Some market use there. The only one without any market use was Mr. dogao, who just played his crossbows quite straightforward and can click up to Imperial Age any second there, as we can see at the top. All the other players pretty far away. Oh, but market usage heavily here on Lierey's side, so he can click up any second as well. But only 21 crossbows against 35. And now the switch into Cav Archers, but the interception by Hera and also stopped. Oh, got the intensity here. 2 players rushing up to him. And then CA. Probably have to go for it. How ballistics can miss? Well, that's something we can discuss in between series. You ask the same question again, I will open paint. And I can show you. It's basically shooting into the direction that the unit is moving at that moment. But if you change the angle at that between the shot being fired and the shot hitting, then you can dodge ballistics. Army now coming over. Population 20 lead now. And going for coinage. So knowing that Hera is heavily behind. As we can see, deep still in Castle Age. And Terra with a score lead though. I don't know where this is coming from. Economies are looking better for the 2 Europeans. 4 TC here, as we can see, for Miguel. 3 TC for dogao. He still has to make an awkward tech switch happen. Remember, guys, Indians, they get all their upgrades for their archers except Arbalest. So it's not the worst thing ever, but not really the long run composition he wants to go for. Knights now coming over for the raid. 13 here. How many knights can we muscle up for the defense? It's only new that players are good enough to use their advantage, right? No change to the game itself. It's only new that players are good enough to use it to their advantage. I don't know what we're talking about. Canada equal to Europe? Well, colonization-wise, yes. Yeah, I misspoke. Yeah, the dodging. It's also the main factor is that we play with so little lag now. Right? I think people were good enough for it for quite some time. Oh, that's ugly losses for Hera, who's now taking the fight against the Knights there. Seiya coming over. The transition will just be so awkward. And Liereyy now, look at that, dominating the game. Over pop 170, going deeply for it, going for banking, and that will be some sling after that one. Hera can click up to Imp any second now. How did they pull this one back? The boom just so calm from the two tempo players. 40C here from Liereyy as well. Just looks pretty damn smooth overall. And where is their target now? Miguel now reaching PH, instantly queues up all the important upgrades. And ooh, something I absolutely love. Double blacksmith play, having one here, having one there. Affording both of the upgrades as soon as possible. Leben, what? That's something you have to explain. Koreans were that good in computer games because the internet was so good? What? I'm pretty sure that's not how it worked. But we can discuss that maybe in between games. Oh, look at that. Going for chivalry now. Castle upgrade. Castle upgrade for now. Let's see how it looks in some weeks. And now another fight, Hera. That's not really the one you want to take. Population advantage still at 50. Rate over here. CA numbers not the prettiest one. Now chemistry and party and tactics coming in. But we also need the heavy upgrade. Heavy CA upgrade, that is. 71 arbalest on the field. Paladin upgrade now coming in. But do we want to fight before Paladin? I'm not sure. +4 defense obviously is helping out. But we have all the attack upgrades here, so Arbalest doing 4 damage, but nice surround around the Arbalest. Oh, look at that one. Beautiful positioning by Miguel. Lovely stuff, and just shredding through those Arbalests. We had 71 before this engagement. Now we are below 40, and that's even after production. So over 40 went down here for Shizzle. And continues to slaughter those. Nice engagement. Lovely move and lovely positioning there by Miguel. But did lose a lot of his cavaliers. Just seconds away from having them paladins. And oh boy, the elephant march did arrive. Something I didn't see at all. Had the tech switch there at 25, and that's why he wasted or invested so much there. While we see another raid, now trying to use the knights to the raiding potential and the elephants for the fighting potential after that one. CA obviously can out-micro those elephants quite easily. Now the Halberdier edition as well, but remember, Indians don't get Halberdiers at all. So Pikemen, no, they do get Halberdiers. They do get Halberdiers. So has to go for that one. More raids here at the bottom. Paladins trying to defend. And we have a good game on our hands here to start off this very long day. Potentially 20 games today. And I already like where this is going. Could be a reasonable 10 to 12 hour session. Thought he wanted to focus on playing. Nice to see him back. Who is him? But yeah, nice to see him back. No one should be gone for too long. Does he have Howder? Nope. 14 plus 1. Halberdier attacks coming in. Castle around. How does Dogao still have those archers? Well, he did play quite defensively, and well, at the moment he decides to not run away anymore, he won't have them for too long. Elephants now attacking quite nicely, and last armor upgrade for the crossbow. Still no heavy cav archers. Look at that! 50 cav archers on the field though. And they are some nice raiding units if you can't properly chase down. Mobility could be a problem here for Tempo. Going for Halberdiers, obviously did delay that attack quite a bit as well. dogao at the limit with the resources, but that's basically true for everyone. Somewhat floating for Hera is what I can see. Liereyy, a bit of food and gold, but that engagement now could be better for Liereyy when it comes to cost efficiency. Castle surely going down. Teams now setting themselves up for the trade. As you can see, markets right here already. And Arbalest Deep still in there. dogao going for coinage. Still would love to see heavy CA out of him. Ay. Gives you another attack. Gives you, I think, 20 more HP. Are they at 90 or are they... I know they are at 80, right? Yeah. So it's 10 more HP, 1 more attack. But also costly upgrade, obviously. 900 food, 500 gold. Not that easy to get. Maybe you want to invest those resources into more paladins of your teammate. Can Hera's eco support elephant production? Well, I think he is getting quite sling from Liereyy here. 40 CA, it's worth it. Yeah, it was over 50 at one point. And Paladins, I would love to see some more raiding from them. Too few red and yellow dots in the base of their opponents for my taste. Paladins now could maybe find something. Going in there, intercepting quite nicely. Love that. CA intercepted here in the center, not the prettiest thing ever. Hera getting quite some stuff out, only missing the Hazar upgrade, and then it's full Hera mode. Halberdiers are now coming over, chasing this one down. Onion Camels an option against elephants. The moment Arbalest on the field, I don't really think that's the greatest one. Paladins now taking that fight. Elephants, obviously, with some splash damage, should be good in massive fights here. I think with some Halberdiers in the back, this should be a clear up for Heresy, but a costly one. Arbalests are all going down, and actually more Paladins surviving than I thought. Those Halberdiers really doing work. And time to breathe for Heresy. Still a pretty even game. Hallelujah. And do we see a lot of castles? That's castle number 4 by dogao already. Or that will be castle number 4. Getting quite some map control. Still more setup when it comes to trade, walling the whole map. Oh boy, those teams are so evenly matched. And yeah, just an unfortunate situation for Heresy. That they finished second in their group and had to face Tempo this early on. 83 villagers for Miguel. Yeah, 89 now. 40 paladins on the field. Let's take a look what they can find damage-wise. Don't see too much right now. Strongest map of Tempo. Well, we saw on the home maps that actually they feel comfortable on quite some diverse maps as well. Up next, Elephant Archers. I will give you good odds for that. Well, that sounds like me, honestly. You won your game. Good job, Loki. Hope you enjoyed it. Lots of castles still around. Liereyy sitting at 4 castles as well. 1 castle by Mr. Hera. Let's maybe look through some other stats here. Army value 6k for Hera right now. Liereyy only sitting at 3, while the Brazilians are around 6k as well. Population, not seeing pop limit there for anyone, really, I have to say. Still lots of aggression going on, and oh, that is not walled. That will be a raid in the trade, and that one is unprotected if we don't get the walls up here. Quick walls by Liereyy, and it seems like that will finish in time. Good job there for sure. No massive walls though. No great wall tech by the Chinese player, at least for now. Hera now going in with some raids. We'll find some there for sure. And we can see the killed stats there. Hera is going up to 50k. Bit surprised with that one. Or what is that? Value spent 50k. Value destroyed 18k. And we can see that, well, Heresy did find some more kills. Are they running away? Could be a good option. Still no heavy CA. Mainly going for Halberdiers, at least right now. Oh no, oh no! Clicking some tags means not controlling the army at the same time. Hussars can maybe get the wrap around, and that's a lot of that CA! No! Ah! Don't go! That hurts quite a bit. And CA count completely reset now. Goes for Halberdiers exclusively from here on. That would mean Liereyy could potentially carry this game. Now transitioning into Elite Choku News. 40 population lead right now. And we can see 14k resources sent by Liereyy towards Hera. So that's why you saw Hera going for such a wild elephant transition there. Enormous team play by them. While Harp and no heavy camel having the mobility. I think Harps just counter elephants better. Yeah. Green Ups were dying as well. Well, as you can see 19 Arbalest and 14 Elite Shukunu already in the field. Block printing now by Hera. That's a bit surprising. What unit is on the field that he needs block printing against? It's not Halberdiers. Paladin's not the typical thing. I'm a bit surprised with that, I have to say. Is Liereyy always the archer player? I would say so. I would say so. I think that's what they will go for, but I didn't see a single game of them yet. How straight for Heresy? Well. Well. Not looking too hot for sure. Do we have trade card amount here? Huh. At one capture age version, there was one. Ah, that's it. 7-7 against 12 and 33 by Hera. Good job. And oh boy, what a trap here. What a trap by Liereyy. That gate has a solid 1500 HP there. And now we have the Great Wall Tech. So 5.2k for that gate. Oh, and more Paladins trapped. This was so well done by Tempo here for sure. Gate is getting more HP and so many Paladins falling. Suddenly 25 population lead again. But the army value is looking to get out of control. But that's what I'm saying. But numbers are proving me wrong. It's actually 10k versus 11k. So reasonably close in that regard. More pressure here to Canoes. Still lacking the rocketry, but now coming in there. Hera getting ballistics, not the most important upgrade. Only works for one car, so a bit of his TCs in the back. Some aggression here, and we have such a good game on our hands. Absolutely love it. Phew. Okay, going for some more raid here. Arbalest obviously will be killed quite easily. How many kills can we get? And someone did not watch Nili's video on what military stances to use when. When do you use aggressive stance? When do you use defensive, no attack, or stand ground? And guys, what is the stance you want to use if you have paladins in the enemy's trade? Tell me. Correct, defensive stance. Oh yeah. Okay, at least one person saw my YouTube video about it. Auto scout. Ay. Fails nearly, man. And more paladins around, finding some more kills. 50 population deficit now though, and Halberdiers are moving in. Lots of healing going on. Elimination was researched earlier, so we can see quite some conversions and reconversions after this one. Maybe he was expecting the monk switch for dogao and wanted to reconvert. Is that an option? Now looking really strong. 73 military. What's the army value? I need to check that one again. Close to 10k. While the opponent's team is sitting 6.5k. So massive lead on that one. I think Hera, with some siege, they could kill this. What Liereyy would need to do now is build some Ramsey. Okay, elimination in favor is now coming in. Hera is going for all the upgrades apparently. Wow. Would Terra and Liereyy have to combine the army? Wondering on Heresy would be better or not. Yeah, but that's what they're doing, right? Arbalests are around. And what I want to say, Liereyy should have dropped like 3 archery ranges here, 3 siege workshops here, and just make a ram go happen. I think that would make so much sense. More paladins are coming over, Halberdiers around. Are those enough Halberdiers though? 43 on the field, 38 more in the queue. Trade was looking pretty fine, and Halberdiers have to go back. That's not pretty. That's not pretty. Now the first conversions. But Hasa around. Okay, revenges the elephant. That's a lot of monks trying to send some lasers to the paladin, and they eventually will get them. Get him. Halberdier with the defense, trap in the background, and aggression over here. Chukunu's continuing to aggress, having all the upgrades there. Just lovely stuff, and well, still having normal gold on the field. That's a bit surprising, but that will be so tough to stop. And this one is tough to stop as well. We did get the unique tech, by the way, so lots and lots of armor on those elephants, not dying too easily. Arbalest behind this one. Population lead now 70. That castle in a lot of danger. Paladins, what can they find? Going for the monks again. And eating 1 conversion at least. Will deal with most of the monks though, so don't mind it. Would be cool if elephants could walk on infantry. Well, sounds a bit too strong. But yeah, maybe. The realism aspect. Oh, castle is falling there. There come the siege workshop you asked for. I don't really see them. Those are archery ranges right now. And siege workshops here, but I didn't mean that side, I meant the other side. Good job of Hera though, adding some stables here for the push, and this is just beautiful team play. 70 population lead now, more eco upgrades. That crop rotation makes 0 sense from Hera right there, but okay, I will allow it. Accepting that this game will go for 2 hours with a solid 2.5k score lead right here, but they are getting pushed back, so maybe he's thinking that might happen. And actually we see supply, so champion switch is actually coming in here for Hera after wasting so many elephants against all those halberdiers. Arbalest numbers were simply not enough there to support. Push on the left hand side is getting somewhat pushed back by Miguel, and this is such an exhausting game number 1 to play in a potential 5-game series. I think this is the spot where you already want to skip on Hasa production and want to muscle up those champion numbers. Maybe he doesn't want to show them though, and then wants to go for the big champion switch. Doesn't want to show something like 15 longswords. Rather wants to show the big 40 champions and try to win the game in that way. Hasa's now going for the raid, trying to distract the halberdiers, trying to force them out of position, but Chukunu's continuing here. Miguel just needs some answer against all those Chukunus, but how can he find them? I don't really see it. Halberdiers now added by Mr. Liereyy himself, only now getting the last armor. Only 1 attack on those halberdiers, so yeah, a bit behind there, but we are only 65 minutes in the game, so still time to get all the upgrades, right? And now the massive barracks. Holy moly! 11 barracks being dropped here by Mr. Hera. Goes for so many here, and then production should fly in pretty soon. Resource-wise, well, only sitting at 1k food, but 64 farmers should be good enough for him. Let's get an update on the trade card count. Everyone in the 40s except Dogao, who's only sitting at 22, mainly going for halberdiers, so that's not the big problem, but does not allow himself to get into the switch quite easy. If all the games go over 1 hour, what do you think can take better the 2 were on the mind? Do you think can take better the 2 were on the mind? I think all 4 players are completely fine playing 5 hours. Yeah. Yeah. think there are some people that suffer from playing those long series. I think out of those 4, probably none of them will really fall behind. Also, you have to know, since it's very exhausting and it's not live games, after such a game, you always take 10 minutes off, right? It's recorded games anyway, so you don't have any responsibilities towards the sponsors. One player goes to the toilet, the other one goes smoking, then you pick civilizations, hosting, then you host the wrong settings intentionally, go back again, buy another 3 minutes, say, wow, what were the civilizations, pick the wrong color, yada yada, and quickly you have a 20-minute break. Your short comment on Team Island game, GLB was assault yesterday. Didn't see it. Harbidia is chasing this one, but it is ugly. And 50 population behind. The push continues. Still surprised by the champion count. Champions are now getting researched. And elephants are around. And oh, finally we see some bomber towers in the 70-minute game. Something that was just missing a bit. Still more monks around. Heavy CA numbers are rising all of a sudden. Back to 22 here after losing all of them early on. I just explained it, that it was a statement from them to stop putting this map on contender settlements. Yeah, that sounds like incredibly stupid. This is one of the dumbest things I've heard today. Like wasting the time of multiple thousand people to make a statement to 3 person that he could have just written them a one-liner in Discord. If that was their real intention, shame on them. Donsam just wouldn't resign, they almost got defeated. Well, they're Portuguese, right? I think maybe Victoria switch, change is something lots of people would welcome as well. GG, by the way. dogao+miguel falling down here. And yeah, was a really, really good game, we have to say. And yeah, give me some feedback. Did I screw something up when it came to sound or visual or something? Maybe I can make the trees smaller. Certainly a good game here. Tempo just fighting them down. But dogao, the unnatural transition there, as we saw on Imp, didn't really expand there quite nicely. They had to go for crossbows, then into CA. Not easy to do at some point. Liereyy killing quite some buildings. Hera finding some as well, while we see obviously the Heresy players being pushed back quite a bit. Food count should be pretty solid for Hera, I thought, but Liereyy, the big slinger, 26,000 resources sent towards Hera. That's how he could afford all those relics. Perfect cast for me. Okay. Everyone lost big trees. Preferred with small trees. Okay. Sound is the same. Okay. +1 for small trees. It is kind of the standard nowadays, right? To cast with small trees. So I think I will go for that one, just to not confuse people too much. And we have Tempo leading 1-0. I have to do that on 2 scoreboards now. Do a trees poll. Yeah, could maybe some admin do that. Water maps need 200 wood trees. That would probably help. Graphics. Enable enhanced graphic generation. Enable unit shadow. Enable unit texture. Enable graphics mode. Terrain. Huh? Huh? Help me out, guys. Where do I need to click? It's not here. It's not sound? No. Enable graphics mods. Ah, okay, okay. Oh, that was easy. Wow, it does it live? Capture Age is sick. Capture Age is sick, guys. Phew. Lily, are you any closer to getting your first dose of the vaccine? Yeah. Germany is vaccinating like 600,000 people a day now. So, yeah, getting closer. Okay, I think we don't need to do too much shift theory crafting. We have Chinese winning and Burmese winning, while we see Franks falling short together with Indians. And we take game number 2 in there. I really like Capture Age. And game number 2 will be loaded up. We can jump into the action here. And I can answer some of your questions if you have any. I'd have to just say connect to the game. And then we are connecting. And oh boy, this is the good one to fill some time, because the first 7 minutes won't be entertaining. 76% for small trees. Okay, I'm a man of the people. And so we will have small trees here. And lots of time to talk over the first 11 minutes of the game. Plus lots of time to talk and answer chat questions from minute 50 till 2.5 hours. You already know the map. It is this beautiful one. Hi Neely, you ever experienced lag with Capture Age? Yes, today. But no other day yet. Neely, what constitutes backseat gaming? You pause the game for someone saying hole. Where do you draw the line while playing? Well, every information that I didn't process yet is backseat gaming. If I'm saying I will drush and someone says, I like that you're going drush, or going drush is bad, then that's okay. But if I didn't see the hole, I think that's Wenchworm. I read what you said. And I think that's backseat gaming to an unfair level, right? Backseat gaming in general is already really unpleasant, because like I'm here to enjoy the game. I'm doing my very best. And then someone is coming along and basically telling me how to have fun and how to enjoy stuff. This is okay. Okay, no problems here. And this is already pretty bad, I would say. But then, if I play a game competitively, which I do more than 90% of the time, I don't know, Capture Age just froze for a second, then that's pretty ugly. Let me see, did Capture Age message me? No, they didn't. Okay, I just got tagged in a random tournament room. Where did I get tagged here? What is this? Announcements. Everyone. What the fuck? Mute channel. Nothing. Yeah, like this is... Yeah. Well. Okay, so backseat gaming, don't do it. Plus, backseat gaming while I'm playing competitively and giving me information that I don't have is just pretty damn ugly. I know that a lot of other streams are doing it, and I think it's pretty bad. Like writing at Neely, you will be housed. Like it just feels unfair. It just feels unfair. Yeah, Tupult is fully recorded games. Yeah. Sorry with the question, but were you around for WCG German qualifier? It was in Leipzig back then. Trying to find out in the interwebs on it, but it's just too old. I actually was, and I was in the round of 64 and was playing against someone who I should have beat, but I flew to my flew the last holidays with my parents in 2001. So I didn't go there, but I had a lot of friends that were in Leipzig. Yeah. What if people don't want to play with Neely? They want to play Neely plus Neely's chat. Yeah, maybe we could do that as extra challenges. Like playing with chat's help. How hard would Twitch plays AoE be? I did send him an email that didn't even respond. So I don't know. But that was years ago. Chat counts for minus 800 elo? I don't think so. Okay, so we have the landing of Mr. Miguel, who's playing Bulgarians. Well, we see dogao obviously going for water. We have Hera going for the front house. That indicates the landing as well. He's playing Sicilians. And Liereyy with the back dog playing Vikings. Some access now. Miguel in the center. Nice and early for sure. I don't expect it. I see my mistake. What? It was only about one game. It was very specific, yeah, but I think backseat gaming in general is really bad for Twitch streamers. Yeah. Man-at-Arm landing? No. Man-at-Arms are just so immobile. And yeah, you're a bit more guaranteed to do damage, but the clear up is just so easy, is what I'm saying. But yeah, indeed, it is a man-at-arm landing. I think it... Oh, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of it. Well, we have Liereyy being walled here. Let's see. You have to... What? Is stable with it as well? Oh... And now we have to ask ourselves, why are players never rushing into flushing? Why are players never man-at-arms into scouting? Because the defense is the same, and it is walls. The moment Hera just walls those areas, and he is the master of quick walls in those areas, right? Just here one, there one. I think Miguel is not doing much. Well, we see the stable opening here. What are you for? How is the collaboration with the dev team overall? Is your input valued? A lot. Do you think Sicilians are a decent water sieve, or do you think Tempo used them just to get them out of the game? They just thought, okay, where do we want to play them? And it doesn't matter that much how good your landing civilization is, right? Oh god, what a nice move by Hera, blocking there beautifully. And now you see Man-at-Arms running into the TC. Completely distracted. One Man-at-Arm going down, and now going to the top. And those Man-at-Arms, will they be in time? Liereyy should know what's up. 2 villagers around, 2 more palisades, maybe house. Oh, scout goes down. That shouldn't have never happened. Palisades, quick walls, house. Good job by Liereyy. And everything is walled. Man-at-Arms won't do anything. And yeah, scouts could have been there earlier, is what I'm saying, but not really. Man-at-Arms are out quite early. Yeah. Great to hear, Neely. What? Do you normally hear me on mute or what? What if buildings had to be at least 30-50% completed to block movement? Yeah, that's what some people would want. Not unreasonable. Not sure how easy it is, though, to implement in the game. Tempo's one loss to Suomi was with Sicilians on Team Islands. Yeah, how much was it Sicilians, though? I didn't see the game. But what happened? Could it have been another civilization? 1 will down for Liereyy and 1 for Miguel, right? We can count that. It is 2 for Hera. Is that? No, killed, lost. Do we have? No, we don't have villager killed count here, right? Oh, we do. 1 down for Liereyy. And 1 down for Miguel. Yep. You're right. He built 4 TCs into Crusade on open island. Sick. Sick play. I'm sure you will find that one on YouTube. On your desired clickbait channel. Sounds like a crazy game. Okay, galleys around by dogao now, so didn't go for too many fire galleys. Distraction by Liereyy was there, but handled quite nicely. Lots of it just on gold in comparison, and as we can see, yeah, floating quite a bit. Normally you have 5 on gold, this time we have 6. Not the worst thing ever. Engagement now at the side, 12 galleys against 8 galleys. dogao should lose this by a landslide. Can't really go for that one, and that will be another volley that Liereyy should hit. Uh-oh, problems for dogao. Full volley hit there, finds the kill, and look at that beautiful thing. Had 2 arrows finishing that 1 galley off, and the other volley went for that galley. Nice micro. Nice micro for sure. 2 galleys back. Oh. Was that over buried? No, it was not, I believe. Oh, it was. No, it was not. And villager losses still at 1. Didn't lose a second one there. Good job, Areno. Now galleys are sent around. I'm a bit surprised by that. Dungeon was stopped. Scout still here to annoy quite a bit. And yeah, as we can see, Hera is safe. 2 on stone here. Going for some more scouts. Is he landing scouts back home? He's landing scouts back home. What? But where's his transporter? Okay, over there. What a wild move. Often I only want to talk about the game, but I'm backseat gaming. I'm still not used to be able to talk to a player. So different than watching football or other sports. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's easier for a soccer player to distance themselves from a guy screaming at his TV at home than for us if you type in the chat, right? It is the lovely thing about Twitch. And that's why I think Twitch is so much better than classic TV. Because we can interact and we can chat. It is just tricky. And also then there's sometimes irony, sarcasm that the streamer isn't getting. It is a tricky situation. But yeah. Just try to see. Oh, try to see holds. How bad would you be to have holds in Age of Empires? I never understand those people. So bad. You should always check for holds, guys. 2 wilds down. And... Oh. What? No! Why are you walling with the house there, not with the palisade? 2 wilds down already, and we're going for more. So much in the back, and oh god. Hera, that was just so good. And this could be a quicker series than I thought. At least this game is looking very, very good now. Liereyy, water fights here. 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Is microing there at the same time? I'm a bit surprised. Scouts are defending this one. Liereyy is really microing with Feudal against Castle Age. Ballistics is in there in 38 seconds. 22 against 15. Continued production. Aggression here. Another stable. So goes for 2 on opponent's island. Okay, this one is stopped now. Villager count 33. Only for Mr. dogao, who's intercepting there quite nicely. Liereyy needs the upgrades. Lots of upgrades flying in for full tempo team. How many scouts do we have here? 1, and Bloodlines coming. 50% on the way to Castle Age is our star player from the Canada. Hey guys, any reason in particular why I nearly decided to cast this game? I did always say the moment I'm out of 2 pools, I will cast the rest. So I will cast those quarters, I will cast the semis and the finals. I obviously couldn't announce that too much, because then you would have known that I already dropped out of in the group stage, right? So to me it was known for quite some time, but for you it wasn't. Did Hera steal the berries? No, he built a mill, but the tower was there. So couldn't go for that one. And Lierey's clearing up the water. Score lead now, quite convincing, but now the big fight here, 26 against 19. dogao moves in, upgrade-wise. Neither player with the defense upgrade. The mill's just there as a flex. A bit. Oh, and those knights are coming out. The war galley is really helping out. And that's more dead villagers. I don't want to see that statistic of killed villagers, but I will still show it to you. Actually, 17 to 14. But that might count some fishing ships as well. I think this is, yeah, this is eco lost, yeah. So fishing ships are included. So I would assume that's -8 on that end. Big water fight coming up. When did you play your last series? Friday. You're a great caster and player. Nearly keep it up. Nearly love. Nearly love to you. Will co-cast 2 pools with someone. I wanted to cast with T90 this one, but he didn't respond. And I will do the next one with LidaKor. Nearly, what's your favorite soup? I think I will go with... tricky. Let's give like Tomka tofu, like coconut soup with tofu is really good. I can do some pumpkin soups. I can do lentil soup, but I'm not the biggest soup fan in general. By the way, that's 20 against 10, so dogao overstaying is welcome there for way too long. T90 arrogant. I only, like, he asked me and I responded after his stream started. So let's just assume he didn't know better. Champignon soup? Not really. Lentil soup with good bread is nice? No, I would never eat lentil soup with bread. It's already so thick. I don't need bread to that. Goulash soup is so easy to nice and make. Well, you know, I'm the weird species that is the vegan hippo. So, or vegetarian hippo. Oh boy. What's happening here? Where is he landing? Where's the attention of Miguel? Oh god. Suddenly down to 21. What is happening here? One big raid. Was he trying to make something here with knights? It looked like it. Some distraction, and then the knights coming in from nowhere. Double knight, extra landing, and Hera just distracting so much more. And Miguel, he did play Bulgarians, he did go for men-at-arms, but what did they achieve? They found like 1-2 villager kills, maybe against Liereyy, maybe 1. But they are simply too slow. It's tough to reland them, and then it's simply Vikings with long distance dominating. dogao, maybe some early fire galleys could have been an option to pressure a bit here, but solid performance here by Team Tempo in a series that we thought could be pretty close. Game 1 was extremely close, but game number 2 on the convincing side for Shizzle. Military-wise, we see better KD for Liereyy. Makes lots of sense there with Vikings. And then we had Hera finding lots and lots of villager kills. Total army amount, current army amount in the end. And yeah, one building destroyed. Endless efficiency there. And dogao with Italians. Couldn't really use them, and that had to be one of the earlier picks then, right? Not pretty at all. Castage timing nice and early by dogao, but couldn't really pressure Liereyy simply because he didn't have the numbers, because he had so much trouble at home. 1 overchop, 1 miss quick wall, and the level is too close. You get just punished too much there. Can you please don't have green red bars for the army? Eco at the top. It's quite hard to see for some people. Sure. Tell me what I should do. Sound should be better now. Me or landing an island became popular only a few years ago. Players used to focus much more on winning water first, if I remember. I think it instantly became meta with the Forgotten, no? Yeah. So it should be meta since 2014. Hanili, whenever I see 2v2 on Arabia, like maps, I see knights dancing in front of archers, but both teams seem to not engage. In my opinion, in any situation, one team should prefer to fight with the knights. Am I something missing here? If you dance, you can force your opponent to miss arrows with his crossbows. If you attack, your opponent can hit. So if you move forward while the other one dances away, you take arrows to your face while the other one is dodging the arrows. I really like Bulgarian Scout into Crabhost. Maybe. Maybe take red, yellow, or green, blue, or red, blue. How do I switch that? I don't know if that's an option. Yeah. Yeah. So, game number 3. Let's see. Loading that one up. And it should be the second home map of our Brazilians. 2-0 there. And we can take a look at the remaining civilizations. So what should it be? Heresy home map. Cape of Storms. I like that one. I like that one for sure. And we have Vikings winning together with Sicilians. And on the other side, Italians getting the L together with the Bulgarians. Damn, it's so much admin work behind the scenes here. Or admin work. It's not admin work. Overlay work. Looks like overlay work is back on the menu, guys. Or something like that. So I can offer you blue and yellow this time for the top. Is that better? Because then I don't have to do anything. Let's jump into it. And I can read chat again. Is it possible to change the player color by clicking the names on the bottom right? It's possible to change the player color by clicking the names on the bottom right. Oh. Okay. But that won't help us in that way. Right? Because the question was to help there. I just want to say thank you for helping me relearn German with German Mondays. Also, love your casting. Thank you. I think it's in Capture H Pro. You can click on the player names and they change color. Yeah, I don't know how I can change the top there. Trying to click stuff. Don't see how. They change color to change position. That's indeed correct. You can change who is the front player and who is the bottom player. So for everyone who doesn't know this map, this is Cape of Storms. That's one team, those two players here, and the other team are those two players. We can run around at the top, run around at the bottom, and can fight some on water. And obviously it makes a big difference who is basically the front player and who is the player in the back. Liereyy deciding to be the cannon fodder, playing Japanese, and Hera with Burgundians in the back, while we see dogao at the front with Teutons and Miguel with Persians in the back, expecting a very early dock from him. Room on this map as Persians as front player sounds sick. Yeah, I think it's really bad to douche on this map. Yeah. Because then you give up water. Your opponent, even if he loses 4 villagers, the moment he gets fuel age and gets 1 fire galley out, that's just so much better. Is there any map where it's not bad to douche on? I would say no. I think douche is a losing strategy. Maybe Chaos Pit is one of these strategies that makes it a bit more viable, yeah. 4 legs maybe? I think 4 legs is pretty bad. Socotra perhaps? Yeah, I think Socotra could be a map where douching is one of the, like, or if you want to do, Socotra is one of the better options to do it on, I believe. Yeah. So, Harrison needs to win 3 games in a row. Otherwise, they would be out of 2 pools. Finishing 5th to 8. Obviously, very tough draw here in the quarters. Socotra is one of the easiest to prevent douche. Okay. Very hilly. Okay. Archivist, ballistics for Mango Scorps as unique tech and indecisive. How likely? How OP? Very OP. That should not get... Nah. The moment it has Onager, it's basically impossible to dodge anything then. And if you don't give them Onager, it's a bit on the useless side. What is your favorite map for 2v2 and why? Probably Golden Hill. I like the strategic aspects of that map. Yeah. Dodge by Onager shots are in the air. Yeah, it's tough to dodge them, right? I think you could have gone for that big fish with the villager as well, right? I think I would have liked to see him go for that dolphin directly. And then the villager could have gone for that big fish as well. Golden Hill is similar to Gold Rush? Similar, yeah. Obviously with the water aspect. So everyone up to on the way to Fuel Age except this green guy in the back here who still wants to finish the villager, then do Loom and only then up. And did not do any eco upgrades, so don't really know what his excuse is why he is playing with such a high population. You are starting with 3 boars here. Is this a fast castle play? He is upping with 100 food, 18 still on food. Not on deer, I'm a bit surprised. The Vil is on deep fish? Oh yeah, you were right. The Vil was on deep fish. Okay, now big vault here by Liereyy. Yeah, hill bonus is working on water, guys. And the big question is, how is Hera approaching this one here? Liereyy wall on top. Well, he walled to the edge of the map here, to the forest, so that is closed. That is closed as well. And now Hera should be responsible for that top area. Let's see where he's doing it, how he's doing it. Scout's still around. We have the stable, obviously, by Mr. Miguel. And an archer range by Dogao sends some villagers forward. Wants to go for aggression. Fire galley here. So Liereyy is walling, going for water. And no dog by Dogao? What? I think this is a losing strategy, guys. Oh no, 1 fire galley now? No way. I think this is a mistake. Huh. He needs to break in. I think there's a spot where Liereyy should reroll with stone or build a defensive tower. He needs to stall this. If they stall this, they win the game. No idea what those 2 villagers are up to, by the way. Really weird. And yeah, just by time. We see Hera going for more and more scouts. Now goes on to gold. Already floating quite some reasonable resources. And Liereyy just wants to do the cheap walls. Temple will do a fast cast and beat them on water. No, it's just a normal fire galley opening. More scouts around. Huh. This is still... Maybe you think of a love story here. How Arwen And Aragon want to go for water, but oh, there's actually a fight and the army is in, so maybe we skip that romance and see that Liereyy actually screwed this one up quite heavily. As I said, the tower is something you could do. Maybe Stonewall's another option, but did not go for either. And one villager down already. Miguel, one scout loss. And that archery range could be denied as well. Not the prettiest thing for Liereyy here, but ooh, look at that. dogao lets it go. Water, fire galleys now arriving here though. And as we can see, fire galley production only now started, so that will be some dead fish. While at the same time, Hera completely uncontested. His cast edge timing should be miles ahead. Archers are getting cleared up. Fletching only now coming in. And 2v3 fire galley. Hill bonus should be used quite nicely here. Or is that even a thing? I'm a bit surprised. And 3v2 repair is coming in. Good job. And oh, yeah. Miguel with 2v3 pushing back. Good job. Aragon working as a villager. Well, he was one of the Dunedain, right? Hunting in the wilderness. So I don't know why he shouldn't be a hunter here. Those baobabs are tricky. Yeah, it's not that easy to see, but still. Repair here. You can't repair against 3 fire galleys though. 2v1. And another repair. Dolphin. Oh, long distance repair didn't really work out here. And more fire galleys will finish though. Villager pushed back. Not too much fish lost, but still. Oh, dogao with double redock here. Interesting strategy. More scouts at the top, but as we predicted, Terra first up to Castle Age. Just looking so good in that regard. Okay. Those two lovebirds decided to build a house for themselves. But apparently one house isn't enough for both of them. So she said, yeah, you can build a house, but only I can make it a home. And builds a second house for herself. Well. She needs some space. Yeah. It's probably something like he can sleep on the couch in this one. And this is called karma, guys. It wasn't good enough for her. Is that repair? It is a repair. How long is this arm of this villager? Jesus Christ. Fire galley now added by Hera. Contributing a lot. Thank you. And microing there, dogao with a solid spot. Aggression continues. We have Miguel on the way to Castle Age. Solid 1.5 minutes behind though. Knights could find something, especially because the top is still not walled. And dogao is contesting the water quite nicely here. Archer still active, but Liereyy will come over with the defense. Not really sure what was happening here, but now we have the clear up and 3v3. No problem. 2 scouts for the kill there as well. Is that blood mod? No. Hills on water is too much? Well, there are hills on water in real life, so I think it's fine. I will allow it. The dolphin sound though. 7 fishing ships still left. More fire galleys. So what actually will be won by Heresy? Yeah, this could be a long game. This could be a really long game. It's called Waves? Yeah, my bad. Earth is flat and space is fake. Change my mind. Seems like you don't want to change your mind. Water always levels out. Yeah, actually that's not true. It's actually not true. But yeah, that's something for another nearly lesson. Let's focus on Age of Empires a bit. And I will teach you about gravity Another point. Very impressed by your English, especially since you're not living in an English-speaking country. Did you have specific lessons coaching for that or just learning by doing? I did take some lessons. I also am regularly asking for feedback, right? Often people do message me, Nilly, how you're saying it is completely stupid. For example, the last message I got is... I always said so force and so on, but it's actually so on and so forth. That's the last thing I learned. Also, we're doing the idiom of the day. I did take some English lessons. Obviously, did rewatch my cast and took some pronunciation lessons as well. Obviously, me being a teacher, I did ask, quite some interesting blog there by Liereyy. Did ask some other English teachers and actually showed them my recordings. And that's how I, for example, learned the difference between the Viper and the Viper. And yeah, I didn't know that there was a difference for 7 years of commentating him. Whoopsie. Cavaliers should do pretty fine against Camels and those numbers here. Hera winning that one. And Liereyy even after the rocky start. Yeah, that's something that I never heard before, and I didn't even know the difference. That there's a difference between the V and the W sound. Yeah. And then someone recorded it, like an English teacher for me. And then yeah, it helped some. I actually did a podcast did talk about it on my podcast with Bulletin. Bulletin, everywhere where you find podcasts on YouTube, for example. And I did talk about my improvements and how I try to learn and how to try to be better in this one. Amphis, thank you. Recordings, not recordings. Yeah, that's something that I won't learn now, right? If you ever find something that you know that I'm pronouncing incorrectly, such as Jaguars, then please send me a message and I will try to improve on that. But no guarantee. There's no proper V pronunciation in German? There probably is. I simply didn't know. Too much butter on too little bread was too good. Well, that is a Lord of the Rings quote, my man, that T90 didn't understand. That was a genius thing. No? Too much butter on too little bread. Oh no, that's the other way around. Too little butter on too much bread. Did I really butcher the quote in that cast? But because that's just a brain fail then, not a language barrier. It's butter scraped thin over too much bread. Okay. Horsebird, hey yo. Yeah. I didn't say it wrong on the original cast. Okay. There can never be too much butter on bread. I think there can be. Yeah. I mean, a brick of butter on a thin slice of bread is pretty disgusting as well. I don't know what a brick of butter is, so I don't know. Amphis again. What's happening here? I had to write a business email for a Polish woman I work with in the ABC. Her English is great, but her writing isn't the best yet. Okay. Now some aggression here from dogao. Water won by Liereyy. Behind this, not too much fish left. Oh, well, actually, water still somewhat contested. Some blue and green fishing ships around. Population lead at 20 now. And Liereyy goes for quite some crossbows. Why are those mangonels disengaging? Is he that scared of all those cavaliers coming over? Feels like it. Miguel, triple stable, but cavalry count at 9 knights right now. Tricky to go for something against the Burgundians there in the background. Tempo in a very dominant position right now. And this is an army that's not easy to stop. Cavaliers 19 on the field against only 10 knights. And Mangonel number 1 cut down there for sure. And jumping for the other 2 Mangonels there at the left hand side. Lots of army value gone. Knight dance there quite nicely. Mangonels all done here. And military count for on land at 0. Some lags here on my end. I think that was the game, maybe zooming out a bit too much. Knights are trying to run around, but that's a lot of aggression and no answer to all those crossbows. And Botkin only coming in now for Liereyy. And honestly, this might be the best timing because he didn't fight at all till that moment. 50 population lead now, lots of exposed villagers and another siege workshop coming over, finding another kill there so easily. And knight 7, some problems. Cavaliers and Castle Age, GG. Okay. I see more than 25 minutes, but way less than 25 paladins. Yeah. Not the greatest build order by them. Maybe they should rewatch some of my YouTube videos there. Cavaliers coming over for the defense. Crosses want to go back. And yeah, now perfect positioning. GG, well played, is what Miguel is saying. And after very promising game number 1, Tempo just dominating game 2 and 3. Really well played by them. And a rather short series. Only lasting 3 games. Water in the end still heavily contested. dogao did win it. I would say at least all the fishing ships went down. But then fell short on land aggression. As we can see now, 1 Mangonel in production. That was it. 11 units to 66 army value completely from another planet. What is this scene? Society. Why are we starting with society? Let's start with the overall score, I would say. Then we can see that Hera in the back position there could dominate quite nicely. Miguel had to go on more water, and therefore Hera a bit on the uncontested side also very high count of villagers going to feudal age. The timing there wasn't that great, right? Do I remember feudal age timing 1032? It's at the higher end, I would say. Not the worst thing ever, but allowed him to go into castle age quite nicely and dominated the game from there. Tempo in the semi-finals of 2 pools 2. Congratulations to them. Let's try to find out who they are facing next.